Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. It's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got the whole game up to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Jones. Gets past one man. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts the...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Johnson on the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you tip.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. In motion left goes Jones. Now Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So part it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Play action now. Bridgewater. And they get to Bridgewater. Bridgewater taken down in the end zone for a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Fields on 3rd down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
To the air again, Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Fields on 1st down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Fields now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
To throw is Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. A good pickup there at 22.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Jones has it. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a...
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.